What's up guys, this is Backlord, variety game streamer of no renown, streaming Resident Evil 4 again, simultaneously on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you to Vagabundo28, the latest follower, even though I haven't streamed for a month. They followed me, I think last week or so. Kinda weird that people would follow. Anyway, I checked your channel and there isn't really a stream, so I didn't follow back, just so you know. And yeah, as promised from the last stream, January 11th, I'm going to continue Resident Evil 4 today because I did not finish the chapter last time because I took too long trying to cheap shot and exploit the enemy AI. But now I have a new problem with the game that I am severely low in ammo. So I did a reset at some point on a checkpoint last time because I spent too much ammo on the guys with the worm heads. Gonna redo that part, gonna try skipping as much as possible the enemies because they rarely drop any ammo anyway in hardcore mode. Anyway, back to the IRL update. Going to the IRL updates, good news and bad news. I guess you could start with the bad news. I lost my job. There you go. That was last week. And by extension, the good news in connection to that, the good news is I have more time to stream. Most likely around this time, focused on early mornings because usually busier the afternoon and the evening. Personal stuff. But yeah, I have to job hunt again. Else I would do something very valuable. Besides the residence I'm staying at. Something very expensive. I haven't announced anything IRL. I keep it to a down low, and that was a pretty good move on my part because I don't want to embarrass myself and I bought this thing. I'm super fucking rich. That's not the case. Point of the matter is, the moral lesson, besides adapting to the work that is expected of me, by the lead specifically, can do a good job but still not be good enough. It's dependent on management, on how they view you. They're good enough. So even well, I shouldn't be providing enough details, but yeah. Learning lessons from there. The moral of the lesson in IRL also is that we shouldn't be bragging. Basically, don't brag. It's good. It's good that you don't brag, because if shit hits the fan, won't get embarrassed because you didn't brag, you didn't boast about anything. Brag, so silence is golden, really. A good lesson to take, besides the thing I purchased last month. It's a good practice to take in anything. Keep humble. If you can't keep humble, just stay quiet, which is what I do because I'm pretty proud. Pretty proud person. Like, I always try to be as perfect as possible, but at the same time I also try to keep to my own lane. Like, I understand that none of my boasting's gonna really benefit anyone else except me. Why bother with it? Like, I wouldn't want people bragging me about their achievements back to me. Pretty much just the golden rule that Shouldn't be bragging at all. There's a good that I did not, so I embarrassed myself. So yeah, lost my job, but I do technically have more time to stream. I would obviously be job hunting, but it's good to take a back seat. Me only, not you guys. No backseating for the audience. Backseating, take a back seat literally from work. Recuperate, because I do also have something else going on. With, I don't know if you can see. I'm not gonna zoom it in. My skin is acting up again as well, so it's harder to sleep and do daily activities. It's painful to actually go to the gym because I can't grip without tearing my skin on my fingers. Trying to keep it stable so I don't tear it further and hope it recovers. Yeah, I need to check. I've checked up, but I don't have a HMO card anymore, so it's gonna be out of pocket. That I'll be taking a checkup probably this week or at the latest next week. That's one of the things I'll be doing to hopefully before getting a new job. Assuming I get a new job, obviously my partner's pretty optimistic about it. The job market's pretty shit. There's a lot of openings, but there's also a lot of projections. They're very picky now, especially with the advent of AI in our day-to-day activities. It'll be difficult, I would say. And also for the expected income, my desired income. So a lot of employers will be discouraged recruiting my expected pay. So yeah, that's why I say it's difficult. I think it's easy enough to get the job, but for the right price, that's where it becomes a little bit more complicated. I added a filter. In other news, I added a gain filter on the desktop audio. So I hope it's the games and every audio that's not my voice is more audible this time. Because if I raise the volume of the PC in general, the microphone registers it, so it becomes a bit echoey on your end. And we wouldn't like that. Yeah, after this RE4, assuming I beat chapter 13, I will be going back to daily usual. And hopefully more streams. Like, I think it's easy enough to be able to pull off 2 streams in 1 month. I think that's the easiest thing to do this month, at least. And yeah, hopefully get a new job soon. One that has less douchebags. And yeah, just a bit of learning lesson. There's some fault in me as well. I wasn't really fully engaged there. For a lot of several factors that I will not be disclosing. Yeah. Have to take a back seat, recover, then refocus on the next one. Or else I will lose something very, very expensive. For the payments for it. Okay, I think without further ado, we can start now. I think that's all the ranting I have for now. Unless there's an active chatter that would want me to expound more on the issue. Start playing on my own because the usual chatters haven't been around also on my channel for a while. Maybe the schedule, because I am streaming more on the mornings now, and there are hardly any. The common chatters don't really come in the morning. But this is a holiday. It's a holiday today. Happy Chinese New Year. So at least for my country, it's a non-working holiday. With that, I hope. But for the rest of the world, Like China also. I guess China is also on holiday, but I don't have a Chinese audience. Looking towards the West, it's still a pretty bad time unless you're like eternal person. Yeah, so I made too much stealthy kills. I focused too much on stealth last time. That's why it consumed so much time on the stream last month. So now the focus is to conserve ammo. If I could sneak out without killing, that would be good, but I don't think it's possible in the on the island. I have to kill, but I have to be selective on which things I kill with my limited ammo. Yeah, I did spend ammo also. I did use the Magnum also, so that's kind of a waste. And yeah, Requiem's coming in a few weeks. Interested to play it. I'm skipping 8 because of mixed reviews. Like, it was a bit meh. And also, I don't like first person. There is a mod though, so something worth looking into. But yeah, if it's just the base game, the vanilla game, then not really a fan of first person that much. Except I guess for the few games that I play, the story driven ones like the Metro games, and I enjoy them. I also enjoy Borderlands. Bioshock I have to play someday. I have to play Bioshock as well because I it's a classic that I haven't played. But I have finished Bioshock Infinite, but it's according to the fans, it's one of the worst ones in the series. So I have to also play the definitive versions, the remastered ones for the first and second game, I think. Yeah, so very few first-person games that I actually play or planning to play. Here they went back to third person in Resident Evil Requiem. They went back to third person, so good. I think I can stomach. Not that I'm nauseous when playing first person, just that I prefer third person PO, third POV, third POV or isometrics, stuff like that. Where's my load? Just 3 minutes apart. And some of these I don't really need. Delete these eventually. But yeah, I've been playing this one for like 3 years. Obviously, not frequently, very rarely. Back to the grind. More free time, so opportunity to stream more, like the good old days. If there's anyone out there, let me know if the game is too quiet. Kinda quiet for me, but I don't want the mic to hear it. I already have noise gate set up and all that. But I don't know, could be a mic thing. I may get too aggressive. Game could hardly hear me. You again. Mail. I put my melee on X. Mines. Don't really that one. If I don't finish chapter 13 again, I will continue it on the next stream. Directly onto the next stream, I will be resuming this game. I won't stop playing RE4 until I've beaten a chapter, then I can swap back to good old Hades and going back to Chronos again. I think I just reset. Last year I beat Typhon again, second time. Back to Chronos again. And Ashley's control. Tab and I. What's Q? Quick turn. Q.